I love that. Help, I can't find a house. And I do think that if you are a buyer right now, you have maybe experienced that. And we touched on that on the seller side. But if you can't find a house, I think the number one thing is make sure you've got the right team on your side. It's not just, again, scanning the internet to try to find that house. There's so many other strategies that you need to have a good team on your side to look at. So it could be, their database that they work in, like we talked about earlier. It could be you're really honing in on a neighborhood. I mean, heck, we've made tons of phone calls on behalf of buyers. We've used our social media to try to get to people. We've used our email database to get to people, because it's really trying to turn up some homes that just aren't there right now.
Right.
So I think that's really important.
Because if something's on the market and it looks great and the price is great, by the time you've seen it, you're almost already behind. So we're trying to get ahead of it for our clients before that happens.
Definitely. On kind of that note too, if you're a buyer, you gotta commit to it right now. If there's something, like Sarah said, good that comes on, you need to be there day one. You can't be like, oh, I'll go see it this weekend. No, it probably won't be there. So you've got to really make sure that you are committed to the process, and you have an agent that's committed to the process too. We wrote this down, and I think it's so true. There's just no longer the day of sleeping on it, or like I said, waiting to the weekend. You can't go see it and be like, maybe we'll go see it again, or I don't want to make a decision. You've got to commit. You've got to be ready, because if not, it's going to be gone, and then you're going to have to wait another big chunk of time before something maybe half as good even comes on. So
you
just
basically
be ready.
You need to know what are your must-haves. What are the things you're not willing to compromise on, the most important things, and then know what are the things that you can deal with, so that if a house comes on that meets that, there may not be another one that checks all of those boxes. So if the one that really does check the boxes of your non-negotiables and things that you have to have, then
you're right. And I think that kind of goes along with the idea of being flexible overall. Flexible in what kind of home you might want, and what things you can give on, and what things you absolutely want. Will not give up on. And I agree. I don't think that you should. I think there's certain things that you got to just make sure you don't get too excited about a new home, but then you realize, oh, we didn't have these three things that I like. I kind of have to have.
Yeah.
So, but on the flexibility too. On the other side of it, when you do find the house that you want, maybe that seller, like we said on the seller segment, maybe that seller really wants to lease back, or maybe they, there's certain things that they want. Maybe you as a buyer just need to be flexible and give that up. Even though you don't want to live with your mom for an extra 60 days, maybe you should, just so you can get that house that you want.
If she lets you.
We're making a lot of assumptions here.
Yeah, we are. I think one other thing I have down here is new construction. That can still really be a good option for most. And I think we've sold several new construction right now. Some that are willing to wait the 6 months till the build time is up. Some that are spec houses that are ready right now. We're not seeing tons of negotiation there, but what we are for sure seeing or for sure not seeing, are multiple bids.
Yes, typically if you come to the builder with your deposit check and you're ready to put that deposit down on the lot and start building a home, they're not going to continue collecting offers from other people. Once you put that check down, you are putting a reservation and it's yours. So it does take a little bit of that stress off, I think.
I think it does too.
It can be a little bit limited as far as what they might have available right now, because they are selling. They're selling really well, but if you find one that's available, then you can kind of avoid that whole multiple offer situation that can be really stressful. So
yeah, that's a good piece of mind for sure.